Hello to you. Now that I have completed my Series 3 mock of blockbusters, I am now able to share to you more of my projects. This is another one of my TV projects which I am going to share with you today, called The Rainbow Path. The concept of this show is to be able to answer questions and search for the colours of the rainbow, to be able to walk the rainbow path for the chance to win up to £5,000, although this will be prizes for the student editions. There are 3 teams that consist of 1 competitor and 1 celebrity. At the beginning of each show, the presenter meets the players one by one and has a small talk with them. They are then asked to draw 1 cloud from a bag. This bag contains 1 dry cloud, 1 rain cloud and 1 storm cloud. Each represents 1 celebrity and team. The celebrity, selected by the clouds, will assist the competitor throughout the game. Once the celebrity guests have been talked to by the presenter, the first round begins. A huge touch screen on the floor will show 16 squares. The presenter will ask the celebrity guests to go over to 3 standing pads besides the LCD grid. These pads are where the celebrities stand until they are asked further into the game. Now, about the grid. This is what the grid will look like as it starts. As you can see here, there are the 7 colours of the rainbow inside 7 of the 16 squares. Those remaining are black. The presenter will command the computer to scramble these squares and cover them over. Once the squares are covered over, as you can see here, the rules are explained. Each player has a neon rainbow on the front of their column which has been extinguished. With their fingers on the buzzers, the contestants are asked general knowledge questions. When a player buzzes in and answers a question right, their celebrity guest can choose a panel on the LCD floor. The celebrity must walk over and stand on the panel. Another screen on the back wall of the studio will show everyone which panel the celebrity is standing on. Let's say the celebrity stands on D3. The presenter then asks the computer if a colour is under that panel. If it shows black, then nothing happens, and another question is asked. The second player who gives the correct answer might then choose C1. If the presenter will then ask whether a colour is beneath that panel. In this case, the panel turns yellow. If a colour has been revealed on the grid, this colour is added to the rainbow of the corresponding player's podium. If at any time a player gets a question wrong, they are frozen out of that question and it was opened to the other 2 players. If they are wrong as well, then the question is binned, the answer is given, and the game continues. The game will continue until all the coloured panels are found, and then the celebrities go back and join the players for the next round. After the first round has been played, the scores are calculated by the number of colours on a player's rainbow. In this first example, the leading player has scored red, yellow and blue on their rainbow. This example of 3 colours is the minimum score that a player can have to be in the lead. In this second example, 1 contestant owns red, green and blue, and after answering a question right, their celebrity can then choose a square, and underneath lies yellow, so the contestant now owns 4 colours. In the second round, the celebrities will join in with the contestants in answering questions. There are 12 questions in the second round, 6 for the contestants and 6 for the celebrities. The students will answer the questions first. When a question is asked, the player who buzzes in and answers correctly gets to choose a player to steal a colour from. If for instance the first team answers, they may want to steal a colour from team 2. That colour is then added to the team's score. After each question, the teams change places so that the questions are asked alternately between the celebrities and contestants. If at any time a team owns all 7 colours of the rainbow, they may still buzz in to answer, but by answering a question correctly, They cannot steal from another player, being that there are no coloured bands to steal. Instead, they stop the other teams from getting any of the colours back. The third game is the round before the main rainbow pass. In this round, all teams will be reduced to 2 coloured bands, except for the player in first place, who will start with 3 coloured bands. As in the last round, the questions will alternate between the celebrities and contestants. This time the objective is to fill up the rainbow completely. For every question that is answered correctly, the next band in the team's rainbow will light up. When one team gets all 7 colours filled, that contestant in the team gets to walk the rainbow path. The round is again general knowledge questions, but this time as a time challenge. The celebrity assistant does not participate in this round. However, as thanks for taking part, they will receive the prize equivalent for the charity of their choice. Before the round starts, the presenter holds out a bag filled with 6 balls. On each ball reads a number. The numbers range in multiples of 10 between 40 and 90. Dependent on what number the contestant draws from the bag determines how long the contestant will have to walk the path. For example, if number 60 is drawn, then the contestant will have 60 seconds to answer as many questions as they can. The more questions they answer correctly, the more moves they can make along the path, and the more money they earn. After every 3 steps, a further £1,000 is added to the prize fund. If they make all 15 steps of the path in the allotted time, they win the jackpot. If they run out of the time part of the way through, then they get the money equivalent to how many steps they made. The questions are thrown at the contestant without warning, and the time doesn't begin until the presenter has finished reading out the first question. For every question that they answer correctly, they move 1 step on the path. If it is wrong, they stay where they are. If the show is an under-18s edition, prizes are given for every 5 correct answers. And from this point in the show, it is almost over, so the presenter gives around the votes of thanks before ending the show. What happened to all the question quizzes that were on TV in the past? This idea is a way to bring them back, and I thought that something like this would be a great smash hit with the audiences. When I created the project, I followed along the theory that goes around saying about there is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, but you can never get to it. The idea I created shows that it can be true and that there is a rainbow with a pot of gold at the end of it. And once again, this is the end of my project's explanation. You know the drill by now. The comments and ratings are open as normal. Thanks for listening.